is the Writer's Almanac for Saturday, July the 31st, 2021. It's the birthday of the author of the Harry Potter series, J.K. Rowling, born near Bristol, England in 1965. Studied French in college, then went to work for Amnesty International as a secretary. She was on a train coming home to London from a weekend looking at flats in Manchester, 1990, when she suddenly got the idea for Harry Potter. She said, "I was looking out of the window at some cows, I believe, and I just thought, boy doesn't know he's a wizard, goes off to wizard school." I have no idea where it came from. I think the idea was floating along the train and looking for someone, and my mind was vacant enough, so it decided to zoom in there. She found a publisher 6 years later who paid her an advance of £1,500, and in 5 years' time, J.K. Rowling went from being on public assistance to being a multi-millionaire. It's the birthday of Kim Addonizio, the poet and novelist born Washington, D.C., 1954. Kim Addonizio, who said, "What I've learned is simple. If you nurture it, it will expand, and it will nurture you in return." It was on this date, 1703, the novelist Daniel Defoe was put in the pillories in London for sedition. He'd published a little satiric pamphlet advocating that the Church of England deal with nonconformists or dissenters simply by killing them. The church didn't see it as a joke. They found him. He was tried, found guilty, imprisoned, and sentenced to stand 3 times in the pillory, where people would likely throw rotten eggs at him. But his satire was popular, and the crowd drank to his health, and they pelted him with flowers. And it's the birthday of the chemist and writer Primo Levi, born in Turin, Italy, 1919. He was in northern Italy hoping to join the resistance against the Nazis. When he was captured, he was sent to Auschwitz, where he worked as slave labor in a rubber factory. He wrote 2 memoirs about his wartime experiences, If This Is a Man and The Truce, and also novels and stories and poems, and a collection of 21 meditations called The Periodic Table, each one named for a chemical element. Primo Levi died in 1987 after he fell or jumped from his 3rd-floor balcony in Turin. Here is a poem for today by Kim Addonizio, High Desert, New Mexico. Temple of the rattlesnake's religion, deluge and heat surge, creche of the atom's rupture. Night blackens like a violin, and bright flower falls from the kitchens of heaven. This is where the seams begin to loosen, where you can walk for miles in any direction, rabbit, lizard, raven, insect, drone, and almost forget the shame of being human. Smoke tree, sage. Not everything is broken. Horses appear in this remote Horses appear at this remote cabin to stand outside and wait for you to come with a single apple. Abandon your despair, you who enter here. Forsaken, the wind is saying something. Listen. A poem by Kim Addonizio, High Desert, New Mexico, from her collection Now We're Getting Somewhere, published by W.W. Norton and used by permission here on the Writer's Almanac. Be well, do good work, and keep in touch.